Okay children, as you see, last class we discussed like 1 bit is equal to zeros and ones, 1 nibble is equal to 4 bits, 1 byte is equal to 8 bits, 1 kilobyte is nothing but 1024 bytes, 1 MB is equal to 1024 KB, 1 GB is equal to 1024 MB, and 1 TB is equal to, terabyte is equal to 1024 GB. So next one we are going to see one by one primary memory and the secondary memory. Basically, primary memory is the main memory of the computer, which is CPU can directly read or write on this memory. It is fixed on the motherboard of the computer. Means this memory of the computer is actually built inside the CPU, wherein directly CPU can communicate with the memories, and which is on the motherboard of the computers. Now, what are the we have seen earlier saying that primary memory is divided into two kinds, that is RAM and ROM. Now, what is RAM and what is ROM? RAM is a temporary memory. The information stored in the memory is erased as soon as the power supply to the computer is turned off. That's why it is called as volatile memory. It stores the data and instructions given by the user and also results produced by the temporarily. So this is RAM. So this kind of green chip or green metal, on that this black spots, this is RAM. Now what is RAM? Random access memory. It is a part of memory which is built inside the computer. Okay, I'll just give example and I'll do it for you. I'm trying to open a Word file. Imagine I'm going for MS Office and I'm opening a Word file. Just have a look. Yes. Okay, I am typing. This is RAM. Okay, sorry. This is RAM. Fine. I typed this is RAM. Where is it right now? It is getting typed. It is somewhere getting stored. Okay, there should be some page, this page, where this page is there. This page is right now on RAM. Okay, now imagine suddenly power goes off. Okay, suddenly power goes off. Then the file, if I have, imagine right now I have just muted the monitor. Imagine the power goes off. Whatever you have written, it is right now it is on RAM. Is it getting stored? Right now it is on RAM. Is it getting stored? No. If I close it up, whatever I have written, whatever I have done, it gets deleted. Just same wise, if we use Excel also, if you are doing some plus minus and everything, if you are doing on the computer, it will not store until and unless I save it. So until and unless I save this particular file, it still will be on RAM. It is volatile. Now what is volatile? Volatile is not something unstable. Means something which is not at its place. It is not at its place. It moves off. Imagine if I close the computer, the information gets deleted. It is not storing data. It is just for our work. Unless and until we do work, it will be on RAM. If we save it, then it will go to some place where we can save on this one. It is just random access memory. Now let's see what more I have. Read only memory. Okay. Information stored in ROM is permanent in nature. That is, it holds the data even if the system is switched off. It holds the starting instruction of computer. ROM cannot be overwritten by the computer or the user. Okay, ROM looks like this kind of gadget, or this type of medium. It is like this. On this the information is stored. Now what are the startup? Now it is saying at starting instructions. Now imagine, just have a look. I'm switching off the monitor. I'm starting. Now this is Lenovo ThinkVision. Can I change this one? I cannot change it. Where is it written? That is written on ROM. Imagine you buy a new mobile. Okay, you are buying a new mobile. So once you switch on your mobile, it will say welcome. Now imagine I've taken Samsung. So as soon as you start up, the first screen will show Samsung, and the network or anything instructions which you are supposed to follow in the mobile, do you write it? No, it has been written by the company. From the company itself, everything is written. Where is it written? It is written on ROM. Can you edit it? We cannot edit it. We cannot do any changes on that. We cannot overwrite. Neither the computer can do it. It is by default. See, the network name is Vodafone or Airtel. Can you change that name? Instead of going for Airtel, you can just change it for, just say that you have changed it from Airtel to Akhil. Can I write that way? I cannot do it. So whatever is written by the maker who has made the product, by the company, the instructions on the systems which we cannot change are stored on ROM. Now let's see the secondary memory. Secondary memory need not necessarily be stored in the CPU. They can be used from external also. These are the permanent nature. Obviously, when I'm storing information on my CDs or what do you say, flash drive, which I said flash drive is nothing but pen drive, unless I delete it, the information is going to be still on the drives. Okay, so this is a permanent memory in nature. It is used to store the different programs and information permanently. It stores the information till we erase it. It is also called as non-volatile. See, I said you primary is a volatile. Here it is not volatile in the sense not stable. Non-volatile means stable. It will be there unless and until I do some corrections in that. There are different types of secondary devices like floppy disk. This is called as floppy disk. In early days before CDs was made, so these kind of CDs or these kind of drives we used to use disk, that we used to call it as floppy disk. Then we use hard disk, optical disk, and or compact disk. Compact is nothing but your CD. Hard disk, I'll just show you the picture. It is actually a disk which we can take it out of the system and use it as a portable one, or it is actually built inside the computer for extra storage. This one, floppy disk medium, which is used to transfer data from one computer to another computer. Floppy disk is available in different sizes, but the most commonly used is 3.5 inches. 3.5 inches floppy disk is, it can only store 1.44 MB of data. Very minimum. It's very minimum. Now let's go to compact disk. That is nothing but CD. CD is a thin plastic disk coated metal. It is like a thin plastic disk, yes, with coated metal. Computer can read and write data stored on it. Its storage capacity is 700 MB. We can store 700 MB data on a CD. We can use it for storing pictures, sound, music, everything. Now a little higher version of DVD, because it had limited storage area, only 700 MB. So we came up, the technology grew and it came up to DVD. See, CD is called as compact disc, DVD is called as digital versatile disc. It is an optical storage device again, which reads data at a faster rate than CD. CD is little slower, DVD is little faster to read anything written on that. A single layer CD drive can store up to 4.7 GB, and double layer, there are single layer and double layer DVDs. So one layer can store up to 4.7, and if it is a double sided one, you can store up to 17 GB. Huge data. That is 25 times that of one DVD is equal to 25 CDs. Though DVD looks like CD, they can hold much data. Example, a full length movie, a big movie can also be stored on that. Pendrive, everybody uses these days, everybody uses pendrives. It is an electronic memory device popularly known as pendrive, in which data can be stored permanently, erased when not needed. It is portable storage devices that can be easily connected and removed from CPU to store. It is capacity is from 1 GB to 128 GB. Yes, capacity of pen drive is 1 GB to 128 GB. In this, whatever data you want to keep it, you can keep it. If you want to erase it, you can easily erase it, putting it into the CPU. It is also named as flash drive. Now we have seen CD, we saw CD, then we saw DVD. So we saw CD, now we saw DVD. More than CD can just only store 700 MB. DVD can store up to 17 GB. Now just see. Now just see a Blu-ray disc. It also is like a CD or a DVD. It is of blue color, this one. It is also an optical data storage device whose storage capacity is from 25 GB to 50 GB. It is usually used to store high quality sounds and movies data. They are scratch resistant. Yes, CDs and DVD, if you have a scratch on that, it cannot read the data there and it gets stuck. We have experienced in our day-to-day life. But Blu-ray discs are scratch resistance. If you scratch, it will not have a scratch on that, and it is much more faster than a CD and a DVD. Let's summarize. Memory is an internal storage area in the computer system. Yes, there are two types of memory, primary and secondary. Primary is having RAM and ROM. Secondary is usually a permanent memory storage device until and unless we delete it. Storage capacity of hard disk is much larger than a floppy disk. The hard disk stores much higher, this one. Then CD, DVD, Blu-ray disc are optical storage devices.